Alright, hello everyone, and welcome back once again. This is the Sunday Community Skirmish number 19, and once again, I am Imagine, and once again, we are getting into our second map between Glowwater Thralls and T-Timers, as Glowwater Thralls try to finish up this best of 3 and go into the finals. T-Timers, of course, want to stop that from happening at any cost, and we are going to be in Duel at Dawn. We will get into this match and get a quick run of loadouts here on the Glowwater Thrall side. On the Crown Tyrant, we've got a Hades Artemis once again with that Banshee and a flare gun on the side, and on the tripping, that is Fiasco Total Ship. We've got a Blenderfish, a heavy carronade up front with a flare gun and a light carronade on the side. On the Gent side, on the Tranquil T, we've got a Watch a Fish. We've got a Watch a Goldfish up front, Swift Paws ship with a light carronade and a flamethrower on the side. And on the Pinprick, Captain Mazing is out. We've still got that Gatling Mortar Median up front with that flamethrower and flare gun on the side. So we are going to get into this action almost immediately here, as the two Glowwater Thrall ships are going to be doing a kind of a strange pincer move that I don't really see a whole lot. Crown Tyrant coming on the front side of this wreckage, while Tripping coming on the back side. You often see the two ships both coming on the back side of this wreckage. Not quite sure. I think the Crown Tyrant might just want to sit around in the back here and try to get some pot shots in. Tripping comes up forward, gets a watcher in the face, but nothing really done there. But now the Pinprick is coming up as well, and that armor is already hurting. Now, thankfully, they were all chem sprayed up, because there was a lot of flamethrowers going on. And for some reason, Tranquility is still shooting that flamethrower off at his own teammate. Not quite sure what the point of that was. Still, Pinprick getting Hades that, but all of those are missing. The Pinprick losing his balloon there to that heavy carronade of the Tripping, but is just charging on fourth. Tranquil T, sorry, is the one that lost his balloon. Pinprick chasing Tripping. That Tripping armor is already down, and they do manage to go right underneath that Pyramidion. Now here comes some flamethrowers coming in from the Tranquil T. Not a whole lot gets set on fire, as I've said. Nice flame or chem spraying on the Tripping, but they do just manage to get out of the range of the Pinprick, it looks like. Watcher fire coming down on the Tripping. It looks like both of the blue ships have just been focusing on this Goldfish the entire time, just chasing around wherever it can. Now, in the meantime, Crown Tyrant has come up behind the Pinprick and is trying to work it down a little bit. That Hades fire coming on in, but a lot of it missing. Seems like that's been going a lot of missing today in general on Hades. We've seen a lot of clips just go flying wild. But that happens a lot with Hades. Not the easiest gun to shoot with. And oh no, Pinprick actually gets stuck in the ribs here. Gets knocked down into here, and that armor is gone. And will they be able to get taken down? Not. Yeah, well, there they go. There goes the first kill for the Crown Tyrant. And in the meantime, the Tranquil T gets taken down as well. Tripping stayed on him. Now, unfortunately, we did get a disconnect in the middle of that, but we will not pause in the middle of combat, guys. That's just not fair to the teams. So we're going to get a little bit of reset here as the two blue ships spawn on the other side, and we wait for Pitch FC to reconnect, hopefully. But still, Glowwater Thralls just did a good job there. Tripping did a fantastic job of having everything chem sprayed on the entire ship. A lot of the flamethrowers that were going on it could have really wrecked its day, but did a great job of avoiding any of that. I think maybe like at one point one engine got set on fire, but that's about it. And then just did a good job of avoiding fire. You know, not just fire, but in general fire. on them the entire time. Did take a little bit of a damage, but, you know, still at a fairly decent health. And Crown Tyrant just came in through the back, finished off the Pinprick, who got stuck down in this area. You know, once you start running around and hitting debris, it just ends up being very, very difficult to recover from, especially on this map where you just keep on hitting debris. And that allowed Crown Tyrant to finish him off. I think with a Banshee, too. That was the crazy part. I think they finished him off with that side Banshee. And Tripping, in the meantime, you know, that was left him to go after the Tranquil T and blend him right down into the ground and finish him off for a 2-0 lead here. As we are getting a little bit of a wait time. It's just a quick update. Looks like the Mad Hatters beat Cake 5-2 in their first match. So I think that was their first match. Because I don't have a report from the second one, so I think that was their first match. Of course, if you do want to go see the other side, the other matches that are going on, you can, of course, we'll watch at robindan.tv/live once more. You can watch all 3 streams that are going on there. One of them is in Russian, so, and it's this game, but in Russian. So if you're Russian and you want to listen to the Russian stream, that was what you should go do. So that was their first match. So Hatters up 1-0 in that matchup. But of course, you can see the other stream at that link. I'm pretty sure most of you are watching are there already, but that is a very good link for you to have on hand. Bookmark it. Very useful. So we got a little bit of a lull in the action here as the 2 teams are hanging out, waiting to see if anybody can get replaced there. Of course, guys, you know, it's as it's often said, technology is the vehicle of esports, and you know, the way that technology goes is unfortunately the way that we in this community and esports in general goes. Disconnects will happen, so hopefully they'll be able to get that replaced as we watch Metalad precariously perched. And then Scrimstraw tries to head up and say hi and falls off the edge. Shenanigans going on these ships. Looks like everything is keeping buffed. Ready for that restart whenever we get to it. Now, did they take a... So they didn't take a gunner for that heavy carronade. Looks like Grey Knight is probably the one who's going to be shooting that. Grey Knight taking that heavy clip. I personally like having a gunner for that heavy carronade. Having not only heavy, but charged as well. Maybe a little bit of incendiary if you want to have a little bit of fun on that carronade. No gunner on this as well, which is maybe a little bit surprising. You often see a gunner associated with the Hades. You like having that Lesmok, maybe, you know, greased and burst. And it looks like Genocide is the one who's using that, and he's got greased, so definitely wants to shoot it up close. Alright, so they can't find a sub, unfortunately, but we do have to keep this game moving. So we are going to get unpaused here. A little bit of a handy gap now for the T-Timers, already down in this matchup 1-0, but we'll see if they can make the best of it. Kalen, however, likes his chances with the AI. So, Tripping, Crown Tyrant moving forward as a Tranquil T and Pinprick kind of unsteadily move forth. Looks like the Pinprick is getting caught by in the side by that carronade, and that's why you want to be shooting that carronade. Knocks out the balloon already, so great start here by Tripping. Crown Tyrant, of course, taking some hot shot in the face, but nothing too much doing there. Do they have heavy on that? Let's see, it's real ridiculous his shooting. Yeah, he's definitely got heavy. I guess he just didn't have it loaded. Now he does. Shoots it off with the Crown Tyrant, but unfortunately nothing gets knocked out there. And that is a real problem with the Hwacha if you don't get that disable going almost immediately. That can work out very badly for you, but they are getting nice flaming going on the Crown Tyrant, and a huge Hwacha barrage knocking out all sorts of components. Everything lit on fire. It's not knocked out, and Crown Tyrant having a bad time here is getting the pinprick into his front. And that Gatling going to work, and that mortar falling up behind. But a lot of that mortar actually missing will be able to take him down. That nose bump actually by the pinprick will finish it off. Crown Tyrant just moved up a little bit too far. Tranquil T doing a great job of using that Hwacha and that flamethrower combination. Looks like the chem spray rotation was just not there for that Crown Tyrant, and will get taken down. T-Timer's coming back. Pinprick forcing down, trying to get tripping off. Another heavy clipped Hwacha barrage coming from Tranquil T, but Crown Tyrant has actually respawned right into the action here. This is what happens on Duel at Dawn. You can spawn anywhere at any point, and they are catching the pinprick right in the side. Tranquil T trying to use that flamethrower, but I think they are actually getting that with that Lesamok. Barely at range there. Knocking out a fair amount of stuff on the Trippin. But the Crown Tyrant in the meantime takes out the pinprick and just absolutely obliterated it. Spawned right into the exact right spot. And now the Tranquil T with his balloon down as well. Getting smashed on the ground here. Not having a great time whatsoever. That blender fish doing work. Should get taken down here at any time. Surprised that they haven't shot that carronade again. There we go. There it goes. Taking him out. I actually had two different engineers disconnect on the blue ship, so that is very unfortunate for them. But to be fair, the Glowwater Thralls is playing extremely well so far this entire matchup. Definitely some missteps by the T-Timers as well. Some curious decisions. But it looks like we're just going to play on. Glowwater Thralls smell victory. They want that final spot. When we'll see who they go up against between the Mad Hatters and the Cake team in the finals. Of course, that is going to be on the Rob and Dan show channel. You can also, of course, once again, watch that at robanddan.tv/live. But here we go. Maybe the final engagement as the Tranquil T comes on fourth. Trippin coming into the side right away. And I don't like this. Goldfish leading here one bit. They are just charging on fourth. Maybe they're going to try to knock out the carronade on the Trippin, but the Trippin is doing a great job of, did they actually get it down? No, they get just a side carronade down. Tranquil T getting his balloon knocked out. At least it was fairly high up in this case, but Crown Tyrant now getting into the back of that Pyramidion with that Hades, with that Artemis, with that Banshee even. Just absolutely wreaking havoc on all sorts of components and all sorts of parts. Trippin in the meantime, knocking out the balloon. Pinprick is in for its last gasp there as it gets taken down. And Glowwater Thralls finish this off. Few missteps there by T-Tamers in this entire series overall. And then they got pretty unlucky with some disconnects as well. But that is somehow just the way things go. Still, Glowwater Thralls did a masterful job. They hit a lot with heavy flax in the previous match. Quite hard to do. In this case, they just took it to the T-Timers in the first place. Guys, that will do it for us on this channel with the Glowwater Thralls moving on into the finals to face the winner of Cake and Mad Hatters. So, that will do it for me. As this has been Sunday Community Skirmish number 19 once more. I have been Imagine. Thank you very much for joining us, everyone. And we will send you over to robanddan.tv/live once more. Go and watch the rest of the Mad Hatters and Cake there. and the finals will be broadcasted there as well. Guys, that will be it for me. Once again, thank you very much for joining on this lovely Sunday. I do hope to see you again. Good night, everyone.